Hello there, it's your girl Nancy F. Pezu, and I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting. If you're getting on my YouTube channel for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be promptly notified whenever I have a new video upload. So a bit about me. I've just told you my name, Nancy Pezu. I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting, and my firm works with schools and other organizations to help them put their admin and management in place. So we audit your organization to see if you have the right processes. We help you to build policies and procedures. We help to train your management team and the admin team. We recruit as well. We help you with onboarding. We help you with a whole lot of anything admin and management. We help you put performance management in place. We train your boarding house teams. And I'm also the lead consultant and the author of 3 amazing books. And they have really making great impact, not because I wrote the books, but because I know what I put into it and all of the testimonials and book reviews that we've been getting. So if you'd like to have a look at my website is in my name purposely so that you can remember it. So it is www.nancyekpezu.com, NANCYEKPEZU.com. So I have my book here, The School Administrator's Companion. And if you're going to head a school in West Africa, I think you really, really need this book. No, I do not only think, yes, you need it. So get one right away. You can get a copy on my website, or you can check Roving Heights online bookstores. You can also check Warrital. My books are available there. So this book is a must-have for every school administrator or any teacher who is looking at the transition from the classroom to school administration or management. You need this. The School Administrator's Companion. All right, and then of course there's my book, which was published in 2021, Effective Boarding House Administration, which is the latest in this series, in the 3 series. So please get this book if you're going to run a boarding house, or if you plan to, or you work in one, or know someone who works in one, or your children are in one. Don't think it's not your business, okay? Don't wait until there's a next scandal before you start rushing to get a copy. Schools that are wise, schools that know what they're doing will go behind and put things in place, and this book will guide you. It's a small but mighty book, I must tell you. My third book, Dear Educator, was the first one, which was published in 2019 on my birthday. And I won't tell you how old I was then, on my birthday in 2019, and it's been making amazing impact. We printed 1,000 copies and we've almost finished them. But I have copies in Lagos, I have in Abuja, I have in Port Harcourt and Calabar. I brought some to Abuja on this particular trip, but well, they're all gone. Okay, so get in touch with me. From my website, you get my contact details. Remember, www.nancyekpezu.com. Subscribe to the channel. So that's about me, okay? So today we are looking at what character traits make you a great manager. What character traits make a great manager? You know, when we're recruiting, I'm sure I also recruit, so I understand this very well. When we're recruiting, candidates to fill up managerial roles, we are always blown away whenever we come across someone who has all the technical knowledge, technical skills, the hard skills, we call them. They know their onions, so to say, but sometimes we leave out the character part. And that's why it's very important to listen attentively and also be intuitive when you're dealing with candidates, okay? So, and also if you are looking at going into administration, you should know that it's not enough to have the technical skills. You must also develop your character enough to go with that position. So there's a capacity that comes with a managerial position, and it's not just about the technical skills. Okay, so what skills should you develop, or what character traits, rather, should you develop alongside your technical skills? Number 1 is the ability to learn and to teach. We say in the 21st century, that an illiterate is someone who is not able to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And it's not just for the children. That saying is not just for the children. It applies even to us as managers. When you get into a new environment, are you ready to learn? Do you have an attitude that says, yes, I'm still growing, I'm still learning? Okay. Are you the type that will go after knowledge and constantly learn and unlearn even the things you had known? Because the truth is, what was working 5 years ago is definitely not working right now. And what's going to work next year might not be what exactly it is you're doing now. So you have to constantly be learning. And when we meet candidates who have the technical skills and are so confident and happy that they've been doing this over the years, don't be too sure that they're a great fit for that position they're hiring them for. If they're not constantly updating their skills and learning best practices in this time and age, then just know that the world left them behind in the Rockies. And if you are a manager looking for another managerial position or someone transiting to a managerial position, please know that one of the qualities or the character traits you need to come in is the ability to learn, to have a learning attitude and not think that you've arrived or that you know everything in the whole universe. Okay, the more you get to know, the more you realize that there is still so much to know and to learn. So always look for someone who is teachable, even as much as they're going to be leading others, because there's so much to learn. Okay, we should have that attitude even as managers. Another is someone who is willing and ready to teach. So as you learn, it's not enough to be the custodian of all the knowledge and all the skills and feel like, yes, that's me. Without me, this organization can't move on. Without me, nobody can do anything. Without me, the me, I myself kind of thing. It's not very good for a manager. It's not even good. Did I say very? It's not even good. So make sure that you're able to teach. One of the things I did on my last job was to actually start an informal mentoring for my heads of schools. I guess at that point, they didn't quite understand how much I was impacting them until I was ready to leave. They had learned so much because every Tuesday, apart from having the regular senior leadership team meeting with them, I would go on to share my experience, go on and just touch on areas where they were struggling or whatever, and keep sharing. I just kept sharing and nudging them out to go and develop themselves. I would train, I would retrain. At times, sometimes they would even bother me. I remember once my secretary said to me, "Oh, Miss Nancy, these people are tired of all your training." They say, "Oh, Miss Nancy, I know her dry training. Sometimes she won't even bother about refreshments." And I said, "Well, if only they knew what I was impacting, that sooner or later they will." And they did get to know because a lot of them were able to develop their capacity. Of the teachers, were able to leave their comfort zone and really begin to take initiative and develop themselves further than where I met them. So make sure that you have that attitude of constantly investing in your team, of developing them, of teaching them while you remain teachable. I've said that you should be teachable, you should be willing to learn, constantly learning, and also constantly teaching others, Apart from teaching others, you should, apart from even learning on your job, your own job role, you should also learn what your subordinates do. A great manager is one who can fill in a position that is lower than theirs when that person is not there and still function. Because if you're supervising people, you should actually get to know what exactly they are doing. And you just step in there for a day, the person is not there, and have a feel of the shoes that they wear daily. Okay, that will help you learn and probably humble you, and you'll stop bossing people around because you have a feel of what their job feels like. Sometimes you need to just humble yourself as a manager and do that. Okay. So another thing would be emotional intelligence. I can't keep talking about this enough. I think because it's an area I'm also developing as an individual and as a manager and administrator. And so how well are you able to navigate, the whole terrain? Are you someone who is constantly edgy and, getting on everybody's nerves every day in a bit to get the job done? There are ways to nudge people out of their comfort zones and learn and make them learn without breaking them totally, breaking them or making them feel like they're not worth it. So you have to be tactful. You have to learn how your words cut across to people, how you communicate with them, and the energy that you bring into the room as an administrator. Are you someone who constantly runs everybody down? Or are you someone who gets in and they're happy to work with you? At least not every day, but some of the days. Some people don't like work. Oh, let me just tell you that one. So, but at least, they're able to do their jobs. They're happy to come to work instead of being frustrated. So you see some managers have you ever seen that when you employ a particular manager, suddenly people start resigning? Because they can't, you can't, they know their jobs. When you talk with them, they'll tell you, but I'm only trying to make them work. These people have to work, they have to work, they have to do this. But if you get into an organization and the resignations start going up, the staff turnover just escalates, you have to wonder what your management style is, especially when nothing else has happened except your presence. So you always have to watch what's going on. In as much as I want the people to work, am I pushing them to the level where I'm now breaking them enough for them to even run away from me? Remember, people do not just leave an organization, they leave a poor manager or a poor leader. I can tell you from experience, because I was involved in a school down south, and I had a great time with, one of the directors who was there. We had a really great time, the business manager and all of that. I loved this school with everything I had until a new director came. Believe me, the energy changed the moment the woman arrived on the job, and it made a huge impact on how I began to function. At some point, I was so miserable on the job, despite that I loved the school. Eventually, I was totally dissipated, and I discouraged and everything, demotivated as well. And I ended up leaving a school I loved so much just by the entrance of a manager who had energy that, wasn't just right, and we just couldn't work together. And I don't say that all the time about managers, but this was that bad. Okay, so that is it. So your emotional intelligence is very important. Then another one is relatability. How relatable are you? Can your subordinates walk into your office and have a conversation with you, have a cup of coffee? I interviewed for a school a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, and I was trying to ask one of the candidates if she would be open to taking the offer, after we had met and decided that she would probably have to be the one that would take the job. She was the one we were choosing. And she said to me, "Oh, Miss Nancy, your style of interview was so unique. I loved the way you interviewed me, and I felt so relaxed to talk." And I said, "What was it about it?" She said, "You were so relatable and so easy to talk to at the interview, and I could basically talk to you about everything. And I had even wished that you were a boss in that organization and I'll be working under you." Now, that meant a lot to me because I do know that quite a number of people feel disrespected by their bosses and sometimes even by people who interview them. And I don't know for what reason. But I think it's nice that, when people walk into your office, they don't leave there feeling less of themselves or anything. You should be someone who is relatable so they can talk to you at least and you can keep their confidence. So relatability is very important because there should be a human face to your administration or your management, okay, and leadership. And when that happens, it kind of helps you to stay in the organization and for people to get in touch and do things with you. But oh yes, I shared this. I think I shared this tip in one of my other videos where I talked about how to get the staff to cooperate with you. Basically, what I'm doing in this whole series is just sharing my experiences over the years, mistakes I have made, the areas I got it really right, and where I am now in my leadership and management and admin journey. And you don't have to make the same mistakes that some of us made when we were starting out. So there's someone to guide you. And if you'd like to be further guided and told the details and nitty-gritty of school administration and management, please enroll to be a part of the cohort 3 of my Connected School Administrators Academy, COSA, COSAA, and it's starting on the 1st of August, 2022. COSA is an online academy that takes place for 3 months, that's 12 weeks. And within the 12 weeks, we cover relevant topics in school administration and management. You also get to have a one-on-one with me once every month. That means you're entitled to 3 one-on-one sessions with me. And the good thing is that for the entire 3 months, you have access to me. You can call me. You can ask questions. We have a dedicated WhatsApp group where you can bear your mind or talk to me or ask questions or share resources. And in addition to that, I also have some blog posts that you cannot get access to unless you're in my inner circle, which is the Connected School Administrators Academy. And that's when you get to relate one-on-one with me. You can ask questions, you can tell me about your school, you can even invite me over. And we also get to partner on projects when I get jobs to do. So I would like to work with trusted people that have been trained properly and are professional and ethical. And we keep it very ethical in the Connected School Administrators Academy. I also give assignments, and if you're able to complete all of them, you get your certificate of participation at the end of the 12 weeks. So how about that? How about getting into my inner circle and letting us do this together? I look forward to seeing you. It's just it's 68,000 naira for the 3 months, and we can arrange for you to pay in installments. I'll really be glad to do that. So remember to visit my website, www.nancyekwezu.com. Remember to make inquiries about the Connected School Administrators Academy. You can drop a question in the comment. You can get in touch with me on +234 803 5880367. And remember also to get a copy of each of my books. Effective Boarding House Administration is 5,000 naira. And if you're in Nigeria, we deliver to anywhere in Nigeria. We use a very reputable delivery organization, logistics organization, and they deliver to your doorstep. You do not have to go to the bus stop to pick your book, okay? Or to any driver, intra-city driver. We bring it right to your house or to your office or wherever you want us to deliver it to. And then, of course, remember to get the School Administrators Companion if you're getting into school leadership or management or administration. This is really important. All right, and my third book, The Educator, if you're a teacher or a school owner or a school administrator, you should also get that book. And remember, COSA is starting on the 1st of August, 2022, and that is the third cohort. 1, 2, 3. COSA started in January 2022, and we're already getting amazing feedback from those who have attended. So don't be left out. I don't know what you're waiting for. If you need to learn about school administration, you're in the right place if you're with me. I can say that. Because over the years, I've worked in 4 reputable schools. I've made the mistakes that you shouldn't be making, and I've got it right along the way. And I was able to figure all of that out when we didn't have mentors, we didn't have all these books. The reason I write all these books and do all of this is to make sure that you are equipped for your journey and you can get it right faster than I did. So I'm your coach for school administration and management. And if you need me to train your team as the school year is ending, and we'll be getting into a new session soon. You should have planned now for the trainings you'll be having during the summer. But please remember to allow the teachers to rest, and remember to take some rest as well, because rest is good. Actually, I even did an entire video on where I mentioned specifically about taking time off to rest, okay? I'm a workaholic, but I also know that people need time off to rest, to relax. All right, so visit my website, www.nancyekwezu.com. I hope that you have been able to get these tips that will help you be a great manager, okay? Have an ability to have the heart to learn, have a heart to teach others, and develop emotional intelligence, and also be relatable, okay? Develop on your relatability. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I won't be your friend again. Just kidding. All right. So see you in my next video. Ciao. Remember to keep it professional, be ethical, and do the right thing. Bye for now.